What is up, everybody? It's I, the People's Machine, coming at you with another episode of the Gaming Round Table. That's right, brought to you by Unpaid Gamers on YouTube.com. Also streaming to Twitch here and there, but Unpaid Gamers on YouTube. You can check out Post-Human Guys podcast and Leisure Plays. He's been playing some PS5. You can check all that out, and some podcasts and interviews that are coming up. And don't forget to check out the man on the PC, Mr. Banloss, the man, the myth, the Apex legend, showing you what is out now with the new season and all that. And of course, I, as always, the People's Machine, bringing you the games, news, and some what the fucks and some state of plays. And today, on December 2nd, we have Warhammer Week continues, as I promised, and we are doing Warhammer Chaosbane. That's both a game to talk about it and a state of play. As you can see, my hero, the level 13th, Jorgen Hader, is the new class that they added. I spoke of this in my video. For $9.99 you can get him, but it doesn't just come with a character. It comes with an expansion and a bunch of new stuff that were added. And you do have a variety of different things to play through, and they have added so much to this game and continuously support it. And I'm telling you, the game is excellent. And yes, you might want to know, again, it is Warhammer Chaosbane set in the fantasy setting of Warhammer. And you might want to ask yourself, okay, so I might as well play Diablo if I'm going to play something that's similar. As a matter of fact, though, this stands out from Diablo in a number of ways and is actually worth your time. If you're a Warhammer fan, you're going to love it if you like the fantasy genre. And if you're not, and you just love action RPGs, you got to add it to your collection because it's great. Currently, Tomb of the Kings, which is the Tomb Kings, the Cursed Sands. This is on sale currently, or was on for $4.99. This gives you the chapters, and of course you go through chapter 1 and all the way through the marked one. And so there's a lot of content here. Character class, if I go to changing the characters, I do have my Elven character that I've been playing as well, but then I switched over to the Witch Hunter because I love the Witch Hunters. But if I want to create a new one, I will show you the character classes now. There's the Empire Soldier, Conrad Valen, the High Elf Mage, Elantir, the Slayer Dwarf, which is Braggy Axebiter, and you have, of course, the Wood Elf, Elisa or whatever. The Dwarf Engineer, this was added for free. You do not have to pay for this class. Keela, Gunner's Daughter, and of course the Witch Hunter, which is what I'm playing as. And it's nice that they give you a robust. The other thing that's really good about this game too is they actually does feature couch co-op, so you can have two controllers and play on one screen with your friends, your pals, or whatever. You don't have to be online to do that, but there is an online game. There are several difficulties, starting out with very easy, normal, hard, very hard, and then you get into these chaos ones, which is very similar to Diablo's super harder difficulties that are on there. I currently play on normal, so we're going to play a little bit of this. The expansions and everything that they've done to this game, they have done so many updates, improvements on not just frame rates and stuff, but on like the way the items drop and whatnot. They added just some neat things. They added a kind of a transmog kind of thing where you can, anytime you trade into the guild, which I'll show you that, you trade your weapons and armor in that you don't want. You don't really get money per se, but you do rank them up and you get bonuses for trading the stuff in. But what you do get is actually the ability to make those, whatever you traded in, now you can pretty much transmog for free anything you want to look like a certain way. That's this character here. This is the, if I go to donation, you also have a boss rush mode, Tower of Chaos, Relic Hunt, and trade. I haven't actually gotten to the point where I can trade yet. Again, this is because when my hard drive and some stuff happened to it and I had to have it fixed, I lost a lot of my stuff that I had unlocked in the beginning. So I'm just kind of going through this. But anytime you do that, you do get this ability. So if I go into my character, for example, and it says over here to equipped, if I hit R I can make it look like any of the stuff that I've already previously traded in, but it doesn't change your stats or anything. Just similar to Transmog in Diablo, it's very similar to that. You do have your skill trees, you do have your this here, your journal, of course, and you have your god skill tree. And this lets you, when you unlock stuff, these are modifiers, and you do have loadouts. You can have up to 4 different loadouts with different skills and stuff if you want to like really tailor your character to a certain specific like way. And so these little things add little percentages, and you get these favor points that you earn and whatnot. And that's what you do there. You got those jewels there. There's a, you know, he has a chained stance. I can use guns or swords. But if I do this, for example, I can go to 3% more damage. We'll click it, and then you go through the tree. 3% more damage, 3% more damage. Maximum health goes 3 if I want to go this route. And you can see where these end up with. You get like Pyre, which are like your god skills. And it says here, raise an intense pyre that creates a sacred area. Players in the area do more damage to regain health. Enemies in the area take more damage and are burned. Or you can see kind of how you want your build here. Impose and penance. Contributing to death of a champion grants all players a damage over time bonus. So there's different things that you can build up your character to. And I've got all these favor points. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of add a little bit here and there. This goes all the way up to Sacred Sigil. Place a large mark of Sigmar on the ground that triggers when enemies approach it, dealing heavy damage and slowing them. So, I mean, again, there's different ways to build it up and whatnot. So it's kind of nice. So that gave me health. That gave me more health. That's going to give me armor. And then I get this. So I can unlock it. And now I've got Pyre. And we'll go in here and do like more critical damage. There's cost reduction. We'll go to 3% more damage. Bonus damage to champions. More maximum health, 3% more damage, and I can unlock that. But we'll go ahead and do this cost reduction, which is basically what that means is when you're casting. But we're going to go give myself more health because we're going to go down this route. So, and then you get into again, you got your skill trees, grant more energy. So you're going to have this stuff to do here. These are your passives. These are your and whatnot. So you get to do that. Let's see here. And the way that the skill points work, for example, this is Collector Guild skills, Clean Up Team, and you have so many skills. Teamwork, tirelessly build up your wealth, you receive more gold. This is another one I can get. Master Chef, cook prepares tasty and nutritious meal for you, maximum health is increased. So you get different things that you can put points into to do a variety of things. Right now, even though I unlocked that skill, I need 5 skill points to basically use it. And basically your overall points available here, where it says 3 of 40, you can take away and make things better, but you have to pick and choose and be careful. You don't just get the skills and you get them. This is like one of those, you've got to pick what you want to use. So I can get rid of, like, I can go back down to my normal guns and I get 4 points back. And so it's all tied into your build. So you only have a number of points available. You get more points as you level up, but it's just, that's kind of what you're looking at when you are playing this game. And so, and that's what's going on here. If I hit the R trigger, look at this. I can now move faster when I switch to my swords, switch back to guns. I've been primarily making a gun. Now, in the original game, a couple months back, the only part of town I want to show, just to kind of show you this, this tree wasn't here, these statues wasn't here, this wasn't here. The town actually stopped right at these stairs. There was no other parts of this place built up or anything along that lines. You had all this upper area, and then that was it. That was all they did. And then, much to my surprise, a few updates later, they added all this, and NPCs will quip and say things when you walk past them, like there. And they added like these areas. There's new areas. One of the boards on the levels, originally almost the entire first chapter took place in the sewers, and I recently had to do a mission here, and it was this big large cemetery, something that again was not in the game. So they've tried to expand. I can do an expedition, for example. So if I do an expedition, it lets me go into the game off the story, kind of similar to adventure mode in Diablo, and I can just kind of go in and fight and just kind of explore and loot and kill. And that's basically something that was in the game at the beginning. But the fact that they expanded on the town, expanded and put new areas to explore, because that's one of the things that the game was criticized for in the beginning when it came out last year, was, oh, well, you have to, you know, everything's in the sewers. There wasn't a lot of enemy variety. There was several enemies, but not a lot of variety. There wasn't a lot of variety in the weapon, armor, and models. And now they added new models, new weapons and equipment with different looks. They added new areas. Not everything's in the sewer. This is going to take place in the sewer here. But I can sit here and, you know, just shoot them up like this. Let's do a little spin to win here. This is great. I love using this where you spin all around and shoot in 360-degree areas. It's really nice. All your skills, if you're familiar with Diablo, again, I keep referencing that, but they kind of took some cues from that, are tied to your buttons. I can do this roll thing where I dodge and then I shoot. You know, let's do this. This is just such a killer thing here. Look at all the damage numbers. You just mess them up using this. Using this spin the wind thing is great. I literally just, you kick so much ass. I'm mainly using the Witch Hunter for range, but again, I can use my swords. I can lay down these traps. But it was nice in the actual main campaign to play through this really big cemetery level. The sewers now have like swarms of sewer rats that you fight. It's neat. I have this skill here that lets me go back and forth. I have this skill that lets me go around in an arc. I can lay down these traps, which does damage. I can use my swords here, just kind of like swing them wildly and whatnot. But I've actually been enjoying because one of my favorite, I love the Demon Hunter in Diablo. I've been mainly using ranged character, and every time I switch, I get a slight boost in speed for so many seconds. And we're just doing this, and we're gonna sit there and we'll have to use my spin to win thing to kill everybody. Here we go. A lot of damage here. Gonna roll out of there so I don't get my ass in a sling. Gonna heal. Yeah, they really do. I know Diablo has a lot of enemies, but this game in particular sends. It's just, they send a lot at you, man. They do not mess around. These swarms are huge. And at times you feel very overwhelmed trying to beat everything, and it's hard. It can be very hard and very difficult. A lot of times I try to bait them over into my traps here, slow some more down. You know, that kind of damages them, slows them down a little bit. There we go. You know, here to gain experience. You do have unlimited potions, but it acts as a recharge. So while I wait for it to recharge to heal. And again, if you're used to anything like Diablo or action RPG type games, you're going to love this game. I've been a fan of Warhammer for a long time. I never played the miniatures, I have said that, but I've always loved and appreciated its lore, its interesting backstories between fantasy and the 40k universe. And I love the 40k universe, I just do. So I picked up some stuff here. And we're just basically playing through a little expedition to show you about Warhammer Chaosbane, and its current state of play is pretty amazing. With the online being optimized and the recent updates to the game by adding new enemy types, new models as far as it goes for your weapons and armor, because that was some criticisms of the game, increasing and expanding on the starting town. Here's like an event here. I gotta destroy this champion here if I can get that done. Alter destruction, whatever. I'm just kind of here. I'm gonna use my special. Once you build up your special here, you do a ton of damage with these blasts here. This is great. You know, you're doing this here and trying to kill everything, and I like it. Let's see here. We gotta destroy this altar here. This is these events. Again, they took a lot of cues from Diablo. I know, and I say this a lot. You know, if you're gonna borrow from any game that is in this genre, action RPG, you might as well borrow from one of the best that there is, and that is literally one of the best in the biz is Diablo. The events and stuff are great. They appear up in the expedition mode. They do not appear in the normal campaigns. You can again, the couch co-op is nice. The fact that you can sit there and I'm about to die. I need to get away. I'm literally on my last legs. I'm about ready to die. I gotta wait for my potion to come back. I have no health. Oh shit. Okay, healed. Okay, that's good. These little champion guys are tough, but I'm gonna back away from him because they're doing poison damage and all this stuff. Because these are demons from Nurgle, the god of pestilence, and all that stuff. So you have to deal with its champions and minions. The game Warhammer Chaosbane it's just became one of the games that one of my go-to games for action RPGs. There was something about it. I really like it. I just have enjoyed the game since it came out, and I have seen so many improvements with the new weapon and armor models. The fact that they added the appearance change or transmogrify, that you can make your weapons and armor look like anything that you have already found as long as it's been traded into the trade guild. The fact that they added a Tower of Chaos mode, the fact that they added and added and added. The Witch Hunter was kind of, at first I almost didn't want to buy because it was $9.99, but I didn't realize that buying the character actually is also an expansion, and they added a bunch of new Witch Hunter type areas and specifics like related to their order, their missions and whatnot, quests, and so that's nice. Yeah, I love that. Spin the wind thing is great. Dude, look at that, just tears all through these hordes. It's great. Absolutely, almost overpowered. Every character seems like has one skill that is just devastating. My Alyssa, the elf, she has like this where she can throw out these spinning daggers, and it's just devastating. And it's great. Gotta get out of that poison. Do this again here. Spin the wind. Spin the wind. And Chaosbane's continuously, even now, they're continuously updating it. And they added, like I said, there is the Tomb of the Kings expansion. It's all kind of Egyptian kind of looking, and you're dealing with those characters. I better heal. Expeditions, by the way, outside of the campaign are a little bit more difficult. I know that from playing the game. I can tell that it's a little bit more difficult. And this game is very much about swarming you with like mobs and mobs. I mean, mobs and mobs of stuff. So you kind of got to be on your toes when playing this, because I know other action RPGs will do this, but this game is really about enemy numbers, pushing as much as I can against, pushing as much as they can against you. One of these little champions, I gotta get out of its poison. Everything seems to poison you. I switched to my swords by accident, that's fine. I'm just gonna do this here, attack it. And, oh, got stunned. Get out of poison, switch back to range. And I like that. I like the fact that your right stick does different things for different characters depending on who you're playing as. If you're playing as Alyssa the elf, it's a dodge. If you're playing as the warrior class, he throws a shield out that does damage and stuns enemies. Like he gets a big a shield bash, essentially. If you're playing as, like I said, this character, you switch between swords and get a slight boost in your speed. If you're playing as the mage, Elentier, you can throw out like balls of lightning and then control them where they go, because he's a control mage. I mean, it's interesting how they tied the right stick into different things. And while you could sit there and argue and say, again, as I said before, well, I could just play Diablo because this is so similar, but there's little nuances and touches to this game that set it apart. The right stick doing things with that to control it, the way you have the god skill tree, you have the guild skill trees, you have several different skill trees that give you different bonuses and buffs, a large variety of ways to take one character and build them a certain way. You're not locked into certain things. I'm mainly focusing on range with my wizard here, and or my witch hunter, sorry, and that's what makes it good. In its current state of play, it's the best it has been. I mean, it is really, really remarkable the amount of what they have done to this game. So I'm going to do this and throw out my special and just tear these guys up, because I'm about done with these guys, because they're just lighting me up with this damage. There we go. You want to collect those red orbs. That's what gives you back your superpower. There, okay, there we go. The game also features a boss rush mode. Once you beat one boss, it adds to the list. You can actually go through and fight every boss back to back to back. It's kind of nice to do that, because if you're with your friends or playing, you still gain experience and skills, and it's, you know, it's one way to grind and level up quickly using the boss rush mode. I like that aspect. You do have to get through the game and fight the different bosses to get them added to that, though. Let's go into our character here. So we've got, and again, it gives you different percentages and what it does. One of the things I like about the game is, you know, it gives it pretty clear and defined what you're gaining and you know, green and red, what you're getting versus depending on what you've decided to wear. I can go down here. It gives me, I'm going to pretty much keep what I'm using, even though that's slightly better, but it lowers my defense. But no, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and equip it. Why not? And then we're going to get into here, and there it all highlights what you have. Those are definitely better pants, and we'll do that. And let's see these rings here, and I got these other rings. I got well, can't get to my guns. Hold on. There we go. So I got some new guns here. And that gives me some armor piercing, damage over time. Those are great to have, damage over time. And then, of course, I got this equipped, but a veteran metal. Gives me a little bit less defense, but it does give me some loot quality bonuses and damage if I want to wear it. And again, one of the things I like about the game is once you trade stuff in, if I go to the appearance of something, then I can go in here and make my guns look like one of the other stuff that I have traded in. Now, some of the stuff, as you see here, is blacked out because I haven't earned it, but at least it gives you that ability to make your character and tailor your character how you would like your character to look. And I know in Diablo you have to pay money to the thing to be able to use it. It's actually free in this one, so a little bit, again, slightly different variation on that. So we're just, like I said, defeat the creature. That's the expedition. I gotta find whatever big creature I gotta fight. I don't know which one it is. It's randomized. The dungeons are procedural. If you do expedition, they will randomize the dungeons, so you never know what you're gonna find. Loot's randomized as well. We just can go in here and take care of these guys here. I want to make sure I get that stuff. Let's go ahead and use my thing here. That could be the creature I gotta fight and try to beat. We're going to get out of here, though, because that's a lot of poison damage. And poison messes you up in the game, but you can build up your resistances. He's just blocking right now. This probably is who I got to fight, this big thing. So we're going to back off a little bit here, and there we go. Get away from him. We'll throw these traps down. Throw some, and try to get him caught. There we go. There we go. We'll bounce back over here, try to lure them in. Okay, into these traps a little bit. And of course it does flaming damage, because I've upgraded those in my skill tree to be better. Get out. You see, he's doing these streams of poison. Let's see, he's almost dead. Okay, defeated that. Well, it didn't check it mark off. It's just a champion, so I still got to find who I'm supposed to be facing. So we're going to continue. There's a chest over here. I better go get that and roll over here real fast. Oh, there's another character I got to fight. You got to get away from that arm tentacle, because it will poison you and stun you. So try to take care of this guy here. I'm just going to go ahead and use this, because these guys are tough if I get rid of them. Once you're in your special, though, things that would normally stun you and whatnot will not be able to do that. So we're going to open up this chest, get some stuff out of here. Alright, But yes, like I said, in Warhammer Chaosbane's current state of play, with the amount of updates and add-ons and almost everything outside of, again, the character, the Witch Hunter, that adds to its expansion, and its Tomb of Kings expansion, every update and everything added has been free. When the game came out, it wasn't necessarily a bare bones game by any means. There was a lot of content, but the argument for a lot of people were, well, in the very first chapter, you spend so much time in the sewers, the levels are too samey. Sometimes even the procedural maps repeat themselves in many ways, which was really strange too. So what they did was they improved the procedural aspects with the updates. They improved the frame rate. They improved the loot drops. They improved the way that the areas are and where you go in the game in the very beginning. And again, I was surprised when playing the campaign. I actually the other day was like, "Oh cow, this is a brand new area." This campaign took me to this giant cemetery. There was undead everywhere. I noticed that with the new monsters and the new stuff that they've added, when I was in the sewers, I got attacked by swarms of these rats. I was like, "Oh, these are enemies I've never seen before." Oh, here's another event, an ambush event. So I gotta beat these guys. Like I said, they swarm you. This is no joke in this game. This is crazy. If I can get over here, maybe I can get a super special, which I do have one now, so this is good. Let's go over here and go ahead and just tear these guys up. It only lasts so long, these events, so you get loot bonuses and whatnot for doing that. Let's see here. You need those little fragments, of course, because that's what helps, like, give you stuff for your god tree, your god skill tree. Alright, so that was fun. Got through that. Oh, here we go again. Let's use my circling fire thing that does a lot of damage. Roll away. Always save a little bit of that power to roll away when you get swarmed. It's just great. It's one of my favorite games, and I am, like I said, very happy the developer has continually supported the game. I don't know its sales numbers, how well it's sold. I knew that people, there was people like Dreamcast guy. He really liked the game, but always the complaints in the beginning was that there and I can contest to this. Playing the elf, I would get like a piece of armor, like a chest piece, and then I would get like 2 or 3 more, and they would be like different stats or percentages, maybe different buffs and bonuses, but then they would look identical, like they weren't different. And they have fixed a lot of that now with the new models and stuff that they've added. So let's see here, just keep on fighting, getting through this. And for a Warhammer game, it's nice because it's nice to see that, you know, there are more companies out there. Warhammer is typically known for its strategy or tactics, or both, in that regard for its gameplay type. But it's nice to see companies trying to branch out from Warhammer's roots and give us action RPGs and first-person shooters and just, you know, different styles and types of games. I mean, I would love to see like a fighting game taking characters from the lore and doing that. Like in my early week of last week when I did Vermintide 2, again, a first-person Left 4 Dead kind of loot leveling RPG. It's excellent. Like, it's just nice to see that that not all the Warhammer games are strategic and tactics, because that's what people, and Die Warhammer fans, of course, they're gonna love the fact that they are closer to the game itself. But I personally, oh Lord, whatever that is, I've never seen that before. No, this guy here, whoever he is, he's blasting me with magic. I'm trying to blast him up. Trying to do some damage on him here. So we got. That hurts a little bit. He's almost dead. got that guy. Okay. Some kind of event going on. Tracking. Loot champion, whatever. Let's see what's going on here. But like I said, it is nice to see that these companies are branching out and not always doing strategy and tactics for the Warhammer games. I think that's great. Oh, we got this guy here, another champion. Let's get out of there. Throw these out. Bring them in, get them to attack. Try to get rid of some of these guys so we get out of there. There's this thing here. Kill that here. Right, slow him down and like trying to stay out of this guy's range. He's a tough one. He's a beast. I'm getting poisoned here. Got him. There we go. Loot bonus. Alright, got that. Again, these expeditions are a great way to actually grind and level up outside of the main campaign. There we go. Alright. It's just swarm just coming out of left field. It's insane. This game really does. They throw it at you, man. They throw a lot of this. These enemies are just all over the place. It's crazy. I better get over here and pick that up. Sometimes you just feel like it's almost endless. There's just so much that they throw at you, and you just anything you can do to get rid of most of the hordes. And again, look at this stuff. There's still enemies coming. It's ridiculous. It's great, but it's like, holy cow. Yes, again, the latest updates have been really nice. They have just added and added and added and added, and you know, I love it. It's totally worth it. Man, there's just a lot you deal with in this game at any given time. Trying to get rid of these guys. And quickly. There we go. Alright, get that. Again, there's the levels in the expedition are procedural. So you never know what you're going to end up facing or finding. And the fact that they did add a lot of new monsters and new things and just have continuously improved this. And it's one of those games that it's taken a year to get to this point. So if you've been sticking with the game like me, then you've been able to see all the various improvements that Warhammer Chaosbane has added. And this is Warhammer Week with Warhammer Chaosbane doing this expedition, kind of showcasing this Witch Hunter and kind of treating it, again, this is also a state of play, showing you all the improvements and talking about the updates and things that the game has given its player base. And they have really outdone themselves, to be honest with you. Let's do this again. Build that back up. Gotta kill all these things. Man, there's just so much that they throw at you. There we go. Get more fragments. Another round of dozens of enemies. Man, you almost feel like you never get a reprieve. Let's see here. And I've picked up some new items here. Let's just go ahead and clear them out of my... Here we go. This is a better hat. We'll do this. See if I got... Oh yeah, that's nice. Nice little sword there. Little blue sword there. Gauntlets. Got some new boots. Let's go ahead and wear those. New ring. New guns. Nothing better it looks like at this point, but lots of loot to trade in to build up your trade guild rank, which is great. Let's see here. I have gained 2 more skill points since I've gained 2 levels. You get 1 skill point per level, so you can start, you know, so it helps you equip those skills as I explained earlier. And that was kind of a champion here. Get its health down at least. And down you go. And that's what it's about. Kill these things. And I cannot reiterate the fact that the developer has not charged. Oh, I found the thing I'm supposed to fight. It's a boss, and I just found it. Just now saw it. So it's up here. It's a big boy too. And it's gonna be a fun one to fight here. Put that down. It's like a big version of one of the smaller monsters in the game. Gotta try to you know, do this and capture it in the I'm gonna close some more of these traps down. I can't do the traps yet. Trying to, and you don't want to leave. Oh, it's healing too. Oh, that's terrible. It's healing, and it's, oh, it's not good. Man. And this is what's going on when you gotta fight these mini bosses or boss characters. And gosh, it's got its health back again. It's so tough. It's so tough to try to get its health down. You almost need to have your specials, one of your specials, really. You do need that, to be honest with you, to get. And I should have saved it, but I'm not gonna be able to get one. So you're trying to do some damage with my whirling dervish shot. And he is tearing me up with that poison. How that poison sucks, you know. And that's the thing with this game. They just throw so much poison at you. Because it's Nurgle and it makes sense. This pestilence kind of god. Gotta get out of there. And I wish your respawn on your health was a little bit better. On your potion. I'm getting there. If I need to heal one more time. There we go. Now I'm going to use my guns. Let's try to get some damage. Oh, I'm stunned. Get out of there. Get out of there. Boom, everything. And I got him. Now I can leave the sewers. I beat the creature I was supposed to beat. There we go. Tanner died in the process, but that's okay. I'm going to wait till my potion comes back and then I can leave the sewers. And what you're doing is once I leave these sewers, folks, that'll be the end of the expedition, and I'm going to wrap the video up, and that's what's going on. So, oh, gained a new passive skill, Persecute Superior, or increased one anyway. There we go. And that's the end up there, as you can see. So I'm going to rush over there and get the hell out of Dodge. Gain like 3 levels. And the expedition modes are really, really good, because that's what's going to give you your levels and grinding to kind of like power yourself up. It's easier than just going straight through the campaign. It's good like to play so many of the campaign missions and then do a couple of expeditions to kind of like boost yourself up to make it a little bit easier when you go through the game. Warhammer Chaosbane, it's excellent. You know, they have done so much to the game when it comes to all the stuff that they added, whatnot. So it's excellent. So now we're back at the town. I'm going to show you this trade guild I was talking to you about earlier. You're going to donate any of the stuff that you may have found. If I go to quick trade, this is really the easiest way to do it, and get rid of all that. And you want to try to rep your guys up. I got 5,000 gold crowns for doing that. I got a bunch of that. And they have done so much of these updates. It's been great. They have done a whole lot of stuff in the game, and with the latest patch, and they continue to support it, which I'm really happy that they continue to do that, and it's been excellent. You know, they've done so much and to the game. So we got these reputation rewards. I'm gonna get these real quick. Here's a little reward. You get gold, and anything that I traded in now will go under my appearance change look. So, and if I go into my skill tree, I've earned 3 more points, so I can increase some skills. As you can see here under the R1 skill, I can step back with firing. It does more damage now, energy gain, whatnot. I've gained this skill, which is castigate. It sprays bullets in arc in front of you, a chance to slow enemies. You've just got all these different skills and different effects and things that you can do, which is great. I can change this out to agile stance superior. I get better movement speed and bonuses. I still need to get this fully unlocked. And that's basically what you're seeing here with Chaosbane, an action RPG in the vein of Diablo, with a lot of updates and improvements over the course of the last year. There was AI improvements. There was some sound related crashes that were fixed. There was some camera position fixes, a lot of minor, but a lot of performance and stability improvements in the online factor, which is great, including adding the Witch Hunter class, which adds the Witch Hunter adds the expansion and adds all the other stuff. So Chaosbane has continued to be supported in its current state of play. I recommend the game because in the beginning it was good, but there was some issues with the samey like armor and weapon models, and you didn't get a lot of variety. The entire first chapter is just always in the sewers, and then they added to the town. They made the town huge now. None of this was in the game before. That tree, those statues, it actually stopped right here on the stairways I said earlier, and now you go all the way down through the town. Random NPCs will just randomly conversate with each other, say things out loud, like this guy is talking. Various areas of the map that you can explore and access in the town. None of this was in the game just a couple months ago, and now they have improved and constantly keep improving and just adding and adding, and it's just great. And in its current state of play, it's better than ever, folks. So you need to check out Warhammer Chaosbane. If you're a fan of Warhammer, or you're a fan of action RPGs, and you just wanted to scratch that itch, it's a definite good alternative to your Diablo, or Titanfall, or Victor Van, or even the Adventures of Van Helsing. Any of those great games, and definitely should be part of your library. If you're a Warhammer fan, you definitely should own it. Anyway, this episode of the Gaming Roundtable for Warhammer Week, State of Play with Warhammer Chaosbane, December 2nd. You're looking at the Gaming Roundtable's Warhammer Week. We are going to continue that this week, showcasing Warhammer games. As I said in my previous video, I had to apologize. The holidays kind of hit. I wasn't able to do any videos, and I'm just letting you know that I'm going to do these videos for you, show you Warhammer games, showcase those. Please check out Unpaid Gamers on YouTube.com. We use YouTube. We use Twitch. You check out Post-Human Guy's Leisure Plays on his new PS5 that he has purchased. And check out his podcast. Check out Banlost, the man, the myth, the Apex Legend, bringing you the seasonal play on Apex Legends and showcasing that. And check out the Gaming Roundtable. Please subscribe to the People's Machines Gaming Roundtable. Subscribe to Unpaid Gamers. And as always, gamers, we'll see you on the next time. Good gaming.